Welcome to the basketball fans. Today we're exploring the new series Sports Heroes in 30 of Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's 2024 WNBA season has been a historic one, marked by an array of impressive accomplishments and record-breaking performances that have solidified her as a premier player in the league. She has averaged an astonishing 28.5 points per game, leading the league in scoring while also ranking among the top in assists with an average of 7.4 per game, showcasing her dual-threat capabilities. Clark set a new franchise record for the most points in a single game, scoring 45 points against a fierce rival, and she became the first player in WNBA history to record 3 consecutive games with at least 40 points. Her exceptional shooting from beyond the arc has earned her the title of the league's top three-point shooter, hitting over 45% of her attempts. Additionally, she was named to the WNBA All-Star Game, where she not only participated, but also earned the MVP award for her stellar performance. She earned Rookie of the Year honors. With these achievements, Clark has played a pivotal role in leading her team to a franchise best start to the season as they strive for a deep playoff run, making her one of the most electrifying players to watch in women's basketball. And now on to the Caitlin Clark's highlights.
It is Caitlin Clark able to clear for Indiana.
Caitlin coming off that 20-point performance right here, handling the physicality of Benijah Lane.
Clark, step back three, knocks it down. Take a look here at a career first.
Just step back, going right, I may add. It's usually step back, going left.
Here's Clark. Trying to wheel into some space, gives it up. Back Benley lays it in. Fourth assist for Clark.
Is with her head up here navigating, sees that 2 defenders are bouncing around beautiful because it looked like she was going to take the shot last second. Or just close more quickly.
Clark zips it in fact, Benley finishes. What a dart from Caitlin Clark.
For Indiana, you're expecting maybe an initial surge. Clark on the drive, gets to the rim and the finish.
Really great read by Caitlin.
And Christy Sides told us we have got to find a body on Reese. Clark gets freed up from up top. 12 points in the game. Allen gets blocked. Fever looking for numbers. Clark to Wallace. Back to Clark. Shovel pass busted.
Harrington off the mark as Clark steps into a three. Connecticut, second last in the league in three-point percentage, just under 29%. Clark heaves and rattles one in. Back and forth they go from deep. A gauntlet to begin her career.
No shot is too far away from the rim for Caitlin Clark. Carrington gets caught underneath the screen from Boston.
She's setting up aerial power. She's coming off a pin down. An excellent screen by Nalissa Smith. She takes a piece of Powers off.
Good stuff. She's needed a game like this. Her last 4, shooting 29% from 3, gets blocked by Clark.
Feet under her shoulders and launch.
Clark from the blind side, the steal and a bucket. Wallace has had 4 wide open looks from 3. They just haven't fallen for her. No whistle there. Van Loo thought she was fouled. Here's Clark off to the races, ahead for Wallace.
Perfect.
Wheeler, Clark launches, hits a 3.
This will be their 3rd. Caitlin Clark asks for the ball, and that's why.
She has done throughout her career at multiple levels.
Tina Charles just had 2 points against Indiana in their last.
Bonner gets denied by Boston. Wheeler finds Clark from the logo.
Look at Wheeler staring to the right side, knows who's there, drop pass behind. Could be the deepest shot we've seen Caitlin Clark make as a pro. Big one.
Mitchell, guarded by Harris. Mitchell spinning, finding Clark. 5 to shoot. Clark lays it in. Tie game. Clark trying to shake free Mabry all over. Here is Clark. Clark separating, taking, and hitting. Caitlin Clark with a difficult look from deep. Indiana on an 18-3 run as Clark directs traffic. Clark lobbing it in, what a find, and Boston the finish. A delectable dime from Caitlin Clark. Boston, who also has a 15-5-5 game today. Here's Clark, catch, fire, and connect. Fifth three of the game for Clark.
Can't get it to go. All of a sudden, that's 6 of 10. Not looking so hot anymore. And the baseball pass down court and with passing. Look at this.
This is a pass that not very many players can make from behind the free throw line on the mud, but they're not going to do that. And with Noelle Quinn, as you mentioned, no challenge.
Clark, three ball in the way, and good. Boy, that cost Seattle 3 points, and they should have never had the ball there.
Griner has it come off. Clark with the pull. Boston with a nice rim run. Christine, a little bit earlier, I asked Diana, what was your playing weight at UConn? She said 180. I said, what's your playing weight now? She said 155.
Well, there were
25 pounds.
Few factors that the roof off.
But playing at UConn, she is used to all of this. Oh, Caitlin Clark, rookie on rookie crime right there in Mule's face. Here's Clark with it. In fact, Benley inside against the taller Mercedes Russell and still gets it to go.
Jackson calling forward and gets it. Here's Hamby on the post. Against Samuelson, stripped away, picked up by Clark. Clark, the feet underneath, back Benley working against Giroux. What a move there. Channel defense by the Sparks fans. 6 on the shot clock. Clark, a deep three. Oop, that is. She missed her first 7 and knocks that one down, and it's a big one.
Gets old.
Everything but the bucket that time for Phoenix.
Good job by Cunningham to quickly get on Clark.
Clark sinks the screen and got the layup and one.
He's going to be trailing on this. Watch right here. This is Jail. Great screen by Boston. She holds the contact.
Now Clark trying to make something happen. Behind the back. Taps the basket and gets her first field goal in style. Clark launches, nails it.
Carrington all over her. Clark eyes up. Bounces to Boston. Boston one-on-one with Jones will flip it in.
2 for 1.
Clark bounce pass. There's Boston.
That's where one guard is just a lot stronger than the other because of her experience and maturity.
Nice look from Clark, and Smith lays it home. So you have 2 assists and a bucket on the first 3 possessions.
Quarter we have seen Caitlin Clark play, showing what made her such.
Here's Clark. Trying to wheel into some space, gives it up. Back Benley lays it in. 4th assist for Clark.
NCAA ranks. We got some score power on the court.
Watch that inside hand, that left hand. Caitlin Clark gets away with a little shove inside, creates that space. That's putting up some buckets.
It sure was. Top 4 scorers at the college level here in this one as Caitlin Clark, and now back-to-back buckets. And Hamby had a clear out.
Giroux turns, ducks in. Back Benley stays with her. Blocked from behind. That was Clark. Now Clark looking to push. Cross-court pass. Pull. Back to Clark. She will launch and bury a 3.
By Caitlin Clark to recognize 2 bigs. And Alyssa Smith sees that she has a wide open lane to the bucket. Just a great delivery. I mean, putting it on. Horston's got to come with hands up. You can't let Clark see.
There's been many times early in this season where that has not been the case and have allowed too much dribble penetration.
Well, and it allows them. Oh, what a dime. My goodness, the pass from Clark to Katie Lou Samuelson. Had an open look from 3, didn't take it. Only 3 to shoot. Gonna have to make something happen. Clark through the lane, reverses it in, and beats the shot clock.
Like Caitlin had an opportunity to take the shot, instead drives in, and good job here after the travel to turn her back and shoulder.
It's been the second and third quarter that's been the issue for the Liberty, so let's see if they can have a better one here today as Clark finally hits her first shot of the night. It's on Wednesday.
One thing about Caitlin Clark, she's relentless. She's going to keep shooting that ball. You can still establish yourself as a leader, as a future leader for the franchise. And that takes a little bit of perspective.
Donquel Jones, bit of a...
Here's Clark. Picked up now by Dee Richards as she's into the ball game. Richards on the floor. Clark, the step back three just below the logo, drills it.
She's a rookie, and she's 22 years old, the same as her jersey, but those heels were right at the logo.
And you're probably going to have some mismatches.
Clark, step back three. She connects.
I mean, this is beautiful. Watch this. Drives a longer, quicker She's 4 for 4. 3 for 4 here in the second.
Clark leaning into Canada, just got it up off the glass and got it to go. We keep playing here from Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Clark led that furious comeback and gets us started here in overtime. All 8 of Las Vegas's points here, and that's been kind of the story for the Aces this year. As Clark got around, Stokes gets to the rim, lays it in, and a foul.
Going left, but going right. She has such a great change of pace, and she's learned to play through the contact.
Clark working on Plum here. Clark leans in, draws the foul, and knocks it down.
She earned this one. Plum really bodying Caitlin Clark.
I'm glad you mentioned that tempo. They struggle, they don't play as well, but here is a huge steal, which again, they play so well in transition.
Here is Wilson missing from the mid-range. In fact, Bentley comes down with a rebound, and Clark turns on the Jets. Clark off the screen, drives inside, and the big shot is good.
Being able to finish out the last a little bit.
Clark, step back, hits a three.
And there it is. Again, one time.
She's only shooting 67% from 3.
Clark on a step back, buries a three.
Into a ball screen.
Clark, yes! Her 6th three-pointer.
I don't know if Dolson was ready for that. It looked like she was positioning herself for a rebound, but she was right there in front. Clark, deep three. Was by Caitlin Clark. When she gets you going one way, she's going to bring it back the other. She leads the WNBA. Big-time buckets. Major impact. 10 points for her, 4 of 5 shooting. Clark split the defense.
To Clark. Clark trying to get around Mabry. Clark to the rim. Reverses it home through the contact.
Just in this game, she came out and set the tone right away in the first quarter.
There's Clark off the steal.
They're hoping that can discourage Alyssa Thomas from making some of her great passes.
No one picks up Clark, who cans the three. Jones, who's taking a moment to get up.
See Caitlin Clark coming down the left side, just so much space.
Neither of them has sat yet today. Dive inside, Clark off the steal. They get ahead to Mitchell, turns on the burners and serves it in. Here's Clark, working behind Boston. Clark for the lead. You bet! 3 members of the national team to secure the rebound. Knocked away by Clark. Here's Clark ahead of the field. Caitlin Clark has her first All-Star point. To take the lead. Reese the lay. Clark to Reese. Let's get past Clark. Mitchell, corner 3, connects.
Man, just being able to get out of the way, get the defense back into the paint.
Over Indiana playing downhill right now, coming off the timeout, and I'm looking for them to keep going to Aaliyah Boston in that matchup inside.
Clark stepping back on the baseline, knocking it down from the mid-range.
That's a beautiful mid-range step back off 1 foot.
Clark on the bounce, Dantas charging inside and finishing.
It's a great read.
Mitchell trying to get this Indiana offense kick-started. That'll help.
Kelsey Mitchell. 14 times this season she's been over the 20-point mark.
Clark, good feed into Boston with deep position. Lays it in.
It's always a learning laboratory when you're in the gym with these coaches in the W because they work so hard at their...
Going through this zone, cross-court pass, Clark to Mitchell. Big three for Indiana, and it's Clark's 13 assists. This is the franchise record tire.
Today with plantar fasciitis, but her team is beating Indiana, and that's exactly what the Fever needed to start the fourth. That might be one of the more...
But you make Caitlin Clark give it up.
Clark with 9 points, 7 assists here so far. Clark crossing over and dropping a three.
Caitlin Clark, so smooth.
Oh, and it's Clark with a steal. Clark off to the races. Sims giving chase. She won't get there. Clark looking for more. Clark off the screen, bounces for Boston. Clark being watched by Nurse. Clark on the drive, Clark hangs and banks it home. Out to Clark. Clark on the fake, Clark on the drive, behind the back to Boston. Extra pass, it's Wheeler. Boston, she was blocked underneath.
Watch how quick Aaliyah.
Clark, step back, hits a three. Gold medalist and the Phoenix Mercury. Here's Clark back to Boston. Back inside, oh, good ball movement, and it's Boston the finish. Here is Clark off the screen, launches, and drops a triple. But these Mercury gold medalists now on a back-to-back here tonight. This is really physically demanding.
No, it is extremely difficult. Just one, not only physically, but also mentally staying in it as Clark gets that big and one coming off that huge three.
For Team USA, earning her first, you can imagine she'll likely be part of future teams, probably with the player she's guarding right now, Caitlin Clark, who finds Nalissa Smith. Finish.
Man.
A 20-year veteran, Diana Taurasi, dialing back, and it's Clark on the other end at 22 with a spin and a lay-in. Diana with the fourth fastest pace of play, and that suits Caitlin Clark.
Really get out in transition, see if you can get some early quick buckets.
Oh, Clark hits her third.
Last night when she fell down on a fast break opportunity and a no contact play. Clark hangs and gets the and one.
Porter figuring out how to score on this Lynx defense, and it's about getting into the paint, and Caitlin Clark has had a couple different plays.
And now with 22 seconds to go, here's Clark off the screen. The three-pointer is good.
She makes it look so easy.
Can't get three more, but we are under a minute to go now. Clark burning up the court. Gets the bucket and one.
This is the speed that she gets you on, her quick moves to get to the basket, up and down the court. Caitlin Clark takes it herself.
She still is trying to stay connected against Kelsey Mitchell. And Caitlin Clark knocks down her third triple, just needs one more to tie.
I like the play call. You put the ball in Ryan Howard's hands, let her run some point. Just give Indiana a different look offensively.
DeMaris Dantas.
She gives the ball up.
Well, the Fever on a 15-2 extended run from the end of the first quarter. Clark again, heating up.
They've been trying. Chicago's been trying to find a way to get Rachel Banham going. That's one way.
Count the buckets. Caitlin Clark has an and one.
Defense, because you score and you think that's your time to take a breather.
And the W, and this guy is the president of the NBA players. They work when you're not seeing them.
Clark from way downtown carries it.
Magnifying glass and the pressure as Bonner can't hit. Back Benley the rebound. Here comes Clark. Bouncing to back Benley, who lays it in.
only tonight, but this season. Watch this connection. One more time.
Caitlin got it.
Oh, Jewel Lloyd misses after a tremendous move, and we are tied right now. Clark to Samuelson, and there is, believe it or not, folks, the biggest lead of the game. Here's Clark with it. Benley inside against the taller Mercedes.
Triples, Caitlin, go ahead and shoot till your arm falls off.
And Mitchell knocks that one away. Here comes Clark going the other way. Clark going behind the back. Oh, it's Boston, an and one.
They want to stay with that tempo, maybe even tired of the paper out a little bit.
Clark working on Natisha Heidemann, who's just checked in. She's a good defender, too. And Clark, that was not easy, but got it to go. Your pro Anna Marquette did second rounder, who's really found a spot in the WNBA. It's Clark just weaving her way inside through traffic and got it to go. This is a Minnesota defense that has been a lead all season long. Beaver had their way with it in the first quarter. Clark trying to get Indiana started, and maybe that'll help here tonight.
Can't let Indiana get out on a break, and you can't let Kelsey Mitchell get going because she has been phenomenal in the last 7 games.
Clark, step back, hits a three.
Here's 1 of 5.
How about back? Finlay running the floor there. And the find there from Clark. Everybody talks about the logo threes.
Yeah, they do. Nice concept, good execution.
Gustafson, too much. Long rebound to the Fever. Oh, back Benley. Don't wait. Transition defense.
Such good athletic specimens, and I think it's so much fun to see like how Megan Gustafson has recreated her body. She changed herself from a post in college to being a power forward in the WNBA.
It's that one away. Here comes Clark going the other way. Clark going behind the back. Oh, it's Boston, an and one.
Thank you for joining us on this new series, Sports Heroes in 30, of Caitlin Clark. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content. And let us know in the comments.